Hey guys, I'm working on a 2006 Jeep Grand Cherokee, and this is probably going to be some of you running into these problems, but these lug nuts have caps, okay? They're metal caps. You can't really tell, you can't see them, but the top part of this is a cap, a stainless steel, very thin stainless steel or aluminum cap. Okay, and what happens is they start to seize onto the actual lug, which looks like this. That's underneath the cap. The caps are not technically made to come off. They're supposed to be all one unit, but they come off, they break with force, okay? Once I get these off, I'm going to replace them with a new set of lugs without the covers, but these are all caps on top of these. It should look like this if the cap comes off. Don't panic, okay? This one broke, so I'm going to have to get that out. But the way I'm getting these off is they're a 19, the cap, okay? But this lug here is an 18. So what I did was pound it on the 19, okay, over the cap. You pound it on with your sledge, all right, the 4-pound sledge. And then just take your standard crowbar, breaker bar, etc. Okay, it's about leverage. So this force on this one was quite a bit. It's going to rock your car. It's going to do all sorts of things, but it will crack. All right, once you crack it, you spin it off. But it will get stuck as well inside of here. So you can pop it out with screwdrivers. Hold it in your hand. Pop it out with a hammer. But they'll come off. Don't panic. Don't start chiseling it and, you know, cracking it off and all that. You want to try to get it off with the top on it, okay? But I'm going to try to get one off here now and show you actually what it's going to look like. So bear with me while I set up this phone. I wasn't going to make a video today, but as you can see, I'm doing it now with this blessed Jeep. Like I said, it's my sister's Jeep. It's a 2006 Jeep Grand Cherokee. It's been a pretty good car. It's got 140,000 miles on it, I think. Not too bad, but upstate New York rust, you know, it's breaking holes everywhere, which just a fender you can replace for 30 bucks, not a big deal, but she's got a little rust underneath. But this one, the problem is the ABS sensor, so I'm trying to get that out. To do that, you gotta take the wheel off, take the rotor off. So this, though, is me showing you how to get this lug off, okay? So you're going to try to set that on there. And some of them will be so mangled from the idiot before you that used a air impact wrench instead of torque wrench like you should. And he's got that jammed on there, so, okay. So there's your 19, right? Put your 19 on there. Hammer it on. Got to be straight. You'll see it going, okay? Then, sorry about that. Then you pop in your, this is a 1/2 inch, 12-point socket that I used. You should keep a couple of those in hand. They're $4 to $5 a piece. But if you're pounding these things on the lugs sometimes to break lugs off, it's going to destroy the socket. So don't use your best socket. Don't use one that you want to reuse again. You may not be able to, okay? This one I'm willing to sacrifice to get this damn car fixed. So I've got my breaker bar, 19 millimeter wrench. Sorry, socket. It's been a long day, guys. Socket that you pound on, okay, with your 4-pound sledge. All right. Then you take some kind of extender. All right. I'm going to use my trusty old green pipe. So, with greenie in hand, I am going to put some force on this, and you're going to see how much force it's going to take. You can see the tires going to roll and all sorts of good stuff. So, it's just a matter of bouncing it at first, and then you're just going to put all your weight on it. You'll hear it crack. That's how much he's got it tight. See, I'm putting all my 160 pounds on this sucker. It's not breaking, but it's gonna. promise. And if you look, you can see the tires are rolling. Okay, that back tire rolling. Because you're moving the sucker. So, if you do it enough, there it goes. Let's see. All the way. I don't know. Did I get it? Doesn't feel like I got it. Feels like what happened is that I just stripped the cap. What it feels like. And see, that's what happens. Now, what that is that's the lug nut cap. Okay? Don't freak out. You'll feel it when you're pushing on it. You'll feel it start to give, and you'll know the feeling. It's not right. Okay? If it was just a lug cracking off, you'd feel that as well. You'd know what that is. It's more of a big crack and then a smooth spin with some tension. This, you'll just feel it give. All right? That's the damn. I don't know who thought of this crap. It's some kind of German thing, I think. But now you're left with the actual lug. It's an 18-inch. It's ugly, but that works. But I'm going to replace the set. So what I'll do now is I'm going to move on to this one. Okay? And see if I can get that one off by cracking it instead of stripping it. So let me give you a different thing here. Alright, so like I said, this will get stuck. Just like the lug if it comes off in one piece, which some of mine did. I had a couple that came off in one piece. But if they don't, you're going to pop this out. So let's just see. I'm trying to find you a lug that I successfully took off in one piece, but of course I'm replacing them, so me and my temper, I probably threw the damn thing across the room. I'm sure I did, because I don't see it here with me. So let's just show you how you're going to get this out. Chances are this whole thing's going to be locked up together. Okay, pop that off the end, chase it down. Okay, now what I need to do is I need to get this out of there. You can get needle nose, pull it out, bend it out. See how it's in there pretty good? It's a bitch. So that's, I mean, I can just keep doing that, okay? Okay, but the alternative would be, I've got this little pin peg. It came in a socket set that's bought on Amazon. It's for just this type of thing. It's got the Loctite that you pound on, but came with a pin. What that does is it allows you to pop out whatever ails you. There, okay. There it goes. It popped it out. There's your socket back in one piece. There's your crappy cap. I don't know what they're made of. Some kind of aluminum, I guess. And there's your lug. That's what your actual lug looks like. Again, that's 18. I haven't tried to get that off yet. I'm afraid to, but I'm going to have to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try one more time. These two are already loose. Okay. Got one left to show you. Again, 12-point socket. 19 mil. This one I'm going to probably need two hands. No, maybe not. Probably put that on there. They're gonna be worn and weird. I mean, they're not all gonna go right on because it's just aluminum and it changes its shape. So I'm gonna pound this on with the 4-pound sledge. Try to pound it in as far as you can get it. Try to get it on straight. Probably won't. I think this one's probably going to do the same thing because the way it's going on. Okay. The way it's going on is moving back and forth, so it's not going on straight in there. Let me do it one more pound here. Okay. Back to my breaker bar, which I've broken a couple breaker bars, but I always use Harbor Freight for little stuff like that, breaker bars, because they'll replace them. You know, the pins pop. These little pins pop out. So, especially when you got an asshole mechanic who doesn't take the time to torque. He just wrenches everything. So, alright, so now that's pretty sturdy. Let's try it with force without my green bar. See how that works. I'm gonna try to put that by hand here without breaking the neck. Let's see if I can pull that off. I don't think I'm gonna. Alright, give me 1 second. No, that fell right off. So, let me pound that out again. Okay. Video's longer than I want, so you get the gist. Alright, pound them on. See if I can get you an angle here where you can see what I'm doing, but bear with me. Breaker bar. Alright, going back to the green pipe. Gives me some leverage. Push instead of pull. Now, this one's giving me trouble, so it's gonna not work the very first time, but have faith, because if you pound it on there just right, it will break loose. This is a different one I'm going to show you. This is one of the ones that I cracked earlier, came off, and it just looks like a regular lug, okay, but you can see that that's damaged, and that's soft metal. You can't really see the seam. There's a little bit of seam there, okay? And once that's off, it looks like that. Alright, 18 inch, 19 inch, you're gonna have to probably pound it off, okay? Just keep at it. If it strips and busts off, it gets you the same effect. And then you gotta go back and try to break these loose, okay? So, 19 millimeter socket that you don't care if you damage, okay? 4-pound sledge, breaker bar, additional pipe of some sort for leverage. WD-40 if you want to try. I don't know if that's going to make a difference here, but try to get those stupid ass Jeep Daimler Merge 2006 bullshit caps. That's what you're going to probably end up with when they break off. I still got to go back in and retrieve the rest of that shit, but that's what you got. Okay? You're going to get frustrated. Don't give up on it. If I can get it, you can get it. Alright? Peace out, guys.